Hello, good evening to you. A police report on the investigation into the finances and funding of the SNP has been sent to Scotland's prosecution service almost 3 years after the inquiry began. It comes after the party's former chief executive, Peter Murrell, was charged with embezzling SNP funds 4 weeks ago. Our Home Affairs correspondent David Cowan reports.
The report from Operation Branchform will spell out in detail why the police charged Peter Murrell, but the Crown Office will decide whether the case goes to court. Senior lawyers will scrutinise the document line by line, applying the standard rules on whether there should be a prosecution. A former chief executive at the Crown Office says that's likely to take some time.
In making these decisions, they will not be influenced. They don't show fear or favour. It's solely based on what is the evidence. And if there's sufficient evidence, is that in the public interest to prosecute? And in most cases, it will be. And what they have to make sure is that they're doing it to the highest standard. They really need to be absolutely sure. It would be absolutely outrageous for a prosecutor to sort of go in a wing and a prayer. That just is not what happens in Scotland.
The inquiry began after complaints over what had happened to money raised for a campaign for a second referendum on independence. Last April, Peter Murrell was arrested, questioned and released without charge. The home he shares with Nicola Sturgeon was searched and police raided the SNP's headquarters in Edinburgh. The SNP's former treasurer, Colin Beattie, was next to go through the same process. Then it was the turn of the former First Minister.
I'm absolutely certain that I have done nothing wrong, and that is a position that I will continue to maintain.
The report now being considered by prosecutors is said to relate to incidents between 2016 and 2023. The Crown Office has said connected investigations into 2 individuals, namely Nicola Sturgeon and Colin Beattie, are ongoing. It's coming up for 3 years since the investigation into the finances and funding of the party that's based here began. The Chief Constable, Joe Farrell, has described it as a complex and protracted inquiry. Only the Crown Office will know how long this next stage will take. David Cowan reporting Scotland, Edinburgh.